Welcome to Salem Community Theater's 4th annual production of Fright at KSCT Radio. Turn off all electronic devices and venture back in time with us to the 1940s. Exits are clearly marked, with the primary exit being the one through which you enter. Restrooms are in the rear. Concessions will be available during intermission. The program is available via the QR code found throughout the building. Check out our website for information concerning Songs of Summer, our spring Broadway review, and My Fair Lady, coming summer of 2025. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I don't know what you mean, Doris.
Every year Max makes us do this live show, and every year something bad happens. Why must we do it again?
I still don't have any idea what you mean. What? What's the matter with her? What are you doing? Is there something wrong? Is it just something?
The man without his...
Stop talking about it. Help us work from this. It's not that problem. Stop it.
Wait, Doris, she didn't mean it. Oh, I'm sure you thought you saw something.
What's gotten into her?
Just Doris being Doris. You know the live show tonight and all?
That's tonight. Oh, hi.
You remember that Max talked about it at our weekly meeting on Monday?
What did I do?
Nothing, don't concern yourself.
They're just talking about last year, boss.
Right. Well, is everybody ready? We go on in 5 minutes. Where's Frank?
I haven't seen him yet, boss.
It's usually the first one here.
Jake, can you go check the kitchens or something? Check the building. Frank, I'll go check the kitchen and the toilet. Okay. All right. John, can you go and check the parking lot for Frank's car? John.
Hey, what was that for? The boss is talking to you. Oh,
Right. Sorry. What is it, boss?
Hey, go check the parking lot for Frank's car.
okay.
On my way.
What was that?
Oh, just beat that, right, George?
It wasn't me.
Coming.
Not again. Dorothy, wake up!
What happened?
Are you okay? Can you stand? Mark, get her some water. Sam, help me get her up. Frank's not in the building. I've checked everywhere.
3 minutes, boss.
What do we do if he doesn't show?
Bert, go to my office and call Frank's house. His number is in the Rolodex on my desk.
No one's home.
George! Did you ask the sound booth what that noise is? We go live in 2 minutes.
Sure, boss. I'll do it.
Doris, are you good to play the organ for Joe? Her babies do anything now.
As long as we don't make a habit of it.
You're so talented, sir.
Thanks, Ruth.
Frank's car isn't in the parking lot.
I guess I can do the part.
I can do it!
Who's that?
Me! I can do Frank's part.
Are you a radio man?
Not really.
Max, you just do it. Yeah.
His voice is terrible.
Not really. I can do it. I took drama at school.
Did you mind?
Well, what's your name, friend? Fred?
Fred.
Sure, what the heck? Come on, you can talk to Harold in the blue shirt, and he will show your part in the script, okay? Okay, thanks. All right.
There goes all our credibility.
No answer. It just rings and rings.
Holly, I hope he's okay.
What places, everyone? We're on in
No
1 minute.
one can replace me.
Sound says it's not coming from them. They're checking all the wires. They'll figure it out.
I am warning you.
Well, we're live in 3, 2.
The deep blue waves in Port Alexandria lap against the creaking wood of the docks. Despite the heat of the day, the sea breeze brings the chill of the dead of night to shore. 3 shadows push a large crate up the gangplank of the small cargo ship, the Napoleon, by the flickering light of swaying lanterns. Julian Jules Morrow, a young man with barely a hint of peach fuzz on his kind face, grunts as he and his old college friend, Edward Eddie Stafford, struggle behind the weight of the crate. A finely curated black mustache stretches across the slightly older man's upper lip, and his dark eyes glint with roguish light.
God, did the Egyptians fill their stuff with concrete? Gee whiz.
Jules, this coffin is made out of rock. I warned you it'd be heavy.
What are you two complaining about? This is nothing.
Agnes Borbeau had been the only woman on the college weightlifting team. A wry smile of amusement spreads across her white face as she watches her struggling partners.
We can't all be built like an ox like you, Agnes. Come on, almost there.
One of these days, I'll be the rich aristocrat paying poor slobs to do his dirty work.
Slob, speak for yourself.
With a final heave, the 3 manage to push the crate onto the deck of the cargo ship, where Professor Edith Hess, an Egyptologist desperate to make a name for herself, is tapping her foot. She scowls, her strict face accentuated by her sharp-edged glasses.
You 3 were supposed to be here hours ago. I thought the Egyptian authorities must have captured you. We almost left port without you.
Look, don't sweat it, y'all. We had to sneak this crate past a bunch of ancient tomb guardians, pit snakes, and then I almost got caught and...
He got distracted by some girl in down on her. We had to rescue him from her when she caught him trying to steal back a jewel he gave her as a gift.
Hey, I only got one of those. I can't just leave it to one girl. That would be selfish.
I could care less about your debauched escapades. Just bring the item below deck. We need to leave port immediately. Let's go.
Once the box had been brought below deck, word spread, and the tired and grumpy crew gathered to gawk and wonder at the crate.
Well, I'll be. Did you 3 run off with some gold artifacts?
Sort of. It's actually,
Whoa there, Jules. Where's your sense of excitement? Don't you remember what Professor Glover always told us in our creative writing class?
You failed that course, Eddie.
Yeah, well, I remember the advice all the same. Show, don't tell. Hey, Andy, why don't you grab that crowbar and pop the box open for our audience?
Sure thing. Not that it's going to be all that exciting. It's just a dead guy.
Oh, nice. You spoiled the surprise.
I'm surrounded by morons.
The awestruck sailors stare open-mouthed at the large, wrapped, silvery figure, with a face as regal as the King of England himself. Ornate hieroglyphics are scattered in meticulous arrangements all over the final resting place of this ancient ruler. One shows the winged goddess Isis, whose wings stretch across the sarcophagus, as if she was a mother warding off threats from her child. Paragraphs of ancient script trail down the weathered silver of its formless body. Blank eyes and sneering lips glitter, as an engraved collar of jewels and gold sit below the mummy's immense head.
Holy Moses. It's one of them soccer blues?
Sarcophagus, you dolt. Meet Pharoah II, buried in an unmarked location without record or map. It was only because of my diligent research
And luck.
and a little bit of luck that I discovered his burial place some months ago.
And we three were the ones to get him out of that dusty old crypt. Hold your applause.
Hey, Doc, what's this writing all over this dude's little shell? Don't you read Egyptianese?
Still my thunder, why don't you?
Yes, I can read ancient Egyptian. Let's see here. I, Setut, the grandest pharaoh in all the land of Kemet, have laid my mortal vessel upon the black soil, and my soul now persists in an existence of eternal rest in the field of reeds. Those who would
dare remove my former vessel from its resting spot, or steal any of my worldly possessions, shall rue every moment of their thenceforth short lives. The birds, the snakes, and the lions will hunt these thieves in the night. The very air will become like poison to those who do not return my mortal vessel and my possessions to my resting place.
Is that,
Curse? Yes. Some burial sites do have those on display. It's just a tactic of scaring away would-be grave robbers.
Which we are.
Come on, Jules, you gonna let some hocus pocus scare you? That stuff probably worked back then, but we're smarter than that, right?
Sure, it's just that. Never mind. Hopefully we hit friendly shores soon.
Right. Well, I'm going to retire for the night. Put the sarcophagus back in the crate, and don't so much as scratch a centimeter of his leathery skin. My client has paid a lot of good money for it to be transported to their estate in pristine condition.
I'm just going to lie down for a bit before I help put it back in. It's been an exhausting day for me. I'd like to be far away from him for a bit. No offense meant, sir. It was just that I...
Don't apologize to the dead body, Jules. No offense, sir.
Like the ice cream professor said, guy wasn't even important enough to have his name put down on somebody's grocery list. Let's just call it a night, and we'll get the old king here back in the box tomorrow.
But what if...
Hey, the thing ain't going to be sprouting limbs and swimming his way back to Egypt while we sleep. It wouldn't hurt to just relax, you know? Now, come on, Ox.
If you call me Ox one more time, I will throw you overboard.
The three smugglers stand to leave the cargo room with utility yawns and accomplished smiles. Jules, however, stops to stare at the sarcophagus for a moment longer.
I'm sorry about all this, Mr. Setha. I'm just doing my job is all. Nothing personal against you. Well, safe travels.
Jules is the last to leave the cargo hold on his way to his stateroom. The cargo hold remains quiet for a few moments, with only the rocking waves and subtle groans of the ship's hull giving the sarcophagus any company. When all is quiet, one of the sailors slithers into the quiet room. His greedy eyes stare directly at the set of jewels adorning King Setut's neck.
I don't think this highfalutin client of the professor's is going to miss one little gem. It just fell off during the trip, you know. Chubby waters tend to loosen lots of things after all. I'll make sure to name my fish after you, Pharoah II. Thanks for making me rich.
The thieving sailor plucks one of the shining rupees from the pharaoh's set. As the sailor holds the glinting jewel up to examine in the moonlight, he misses a brief flash of red in the eyes of the sarcophagus.
No more slaving away for a pittance on this rusty bucket of steel. I'll be as rich as Rockefeller with a rock as big as this one.
The sailor stuffs the rupee in his pocket and and escapes to his cot. Though the face of the Pharaoh's vessel did not change, there was anger in its blank eyes. Anger and vengeance. It sneers. The red-orange glow of the sun rising from the depths of the ebbing blue dunes of the sea wake the crew, and they begin their daily tasks, examining the rigging and cleaning the deck. Sunlight shines through a porthole into Eddie's sleeping eyes. Shooting up violently, the smuggler tumbles to the ground as his count tips.
Oh, good morning to you too. All right, crew, let's get to putting that old coffin back in the box before Hess wakes up.
Oh, 5 more minutes at least.
No, Ma. It's a nice Sunday. I don't want to go to morning mass today.
Wake up, Jules. Come on, you guys. I don't know about you, but I don't need the doc trying to strangle us for not putting the stiff back.
Get it off! Get it off!
Jolted awake by the horrific scream, Agnes nearly falls out of her cot, and Jules jumps to his feet. The three look at each other for a moment, silently asking if it was just a figment of their imagination. With a nod, they hustle to the deck to find the thieving sailor laying on the ground with the rest of the crew swarming around him. The three smugglers arrive just as Professor Hess pushes open a heavy door and steps outside. She scowls as she adjusts her glasses. She had been busy studying a few ancient plaques she had recently unearthed, and was quite cross at the interruption.
What in the name of all that is holy is going on? First mate?
First Mate Sloan is leaning over the sailor, trying his best to tie off the sailor's snake-bitten arm. Sloan's face was taciturn and dutiful, though not unkind.
Poor sod. Got attacked by some sort of snake when he was opening up one of those boxes of supplies. Blasted thing must have snuck in and gotten sealed inside. I did manage to catch the thing and throw it overboard before it attacked anyone else.
The delirious sailor reaches a hand into his pocket, but before he can remove the object, his hand falls slack. A quiet descends over the surrounding crew.
Sloan, he's dead.
Oh, dear no. I'll go find the captain.
Eddie, Agnes, you don't think that it's the curse?
No, I mean, obviously not. Random happenstances is just that.
Hold on. Did you see him fiddling around with his pockets? Hey, you. I think your roommate was trying to pull something out from his pocket. Check it out.
Me?
Yes, you.
The sailor gingerly pulls his mate's limp hand from his pocket and reaches inside, eventually pulling out the glinting ruby. The small group marvel at the jewel, but Professor Hess looks as if she is about to explode. She forcefully grabs the stolen ruby and examines it with gritted teeth.
This is one of the rubies from the Pharaoh's sarcophagus. That little thief!
The sailors look shocked at her callous attitude towards their compatriot, but before tensions could boil over, the familiar clip-clop sound of wood hitting the metal deck foretold the arrival of the Pagan Lake Captain Lyons, a venerable old sailor in Spanish American. His long, graying black beard was crusted with decades of sea salt. His weary brown eyes belied years of experience at sea.
Captain, this man was a thief. He stole the Pharaoh's...
Yes. I understand your frustration. However, please just let my crew have a moment to mourn our great loss. Everyone, take your time to bid farewell to our shipmate. We'll need to have a burial at sea. We're too far from from any port that could help us bury him properly. Sloan, I was told by our navigator that a storm is coming, and I can feel it in my bones. It's going to be a lot for the gale. Secure the boat.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You three, you're going to help me get this ruby back into its original place. Hopefully my client won't notice. And if he does, it's coming out of your pay. Reprobates like that thief deserve to rot in the sea.
I knew we should have pushed that sarcophagus back in the box last night.
Yeah, well, you didn't say anything last night, did you?
As the hours pass and the sky grows darker by the second, the Napoleon rocks and sways on the roiling waters, the occasional wave slamming against the hull hard enough to shake it. Non-essential crew hunker down below deck to avoid getting snagged by the waters and wind. Professor Hess struggles through the wind to the upper deck, the wind whipping her raincoat.
Professor, hold on a second. Wait until the storm has calmed down a little.
How stupid could I be to leave those plaques up here? What if one of those sailors destroyed them? Or stole them too? Those plaques are my life's work. I can't let them get swept up in the waves. Julian, just get back to your...
A shadow falls across the face of the professor, and she looks up in fear. The largest wave yet arches right over the top of her. As the water rushes down in a crash, Hess could swear that she sees a hand extending towards her, reaching out from the angry waters. She yelps in desperation and shock before the torrent slams on top of her.
Professor! No!
Jules lunges toward the professor, but is swept up in the waves. He is tossed and thrown about like a rag doll in an unknowable void of blue and gray. Disoriented and bruised, he only realizes that he is still on the deck when he feels the biting wind against his damp skin, and the shouting of the crew as they quickly pull him back below deck.
Turn him on his side. He's coughing something fierce. Maybe he's falling for water. Get the first mate, now!
Cut the commercial.
Off the air, take it off the air, or else.
This isn't funny anymore.
What? You didn't hear that? Hear what?
Hey, am I doing all right? Yes. Fine. Thank you. First, go and call Frank's house again.
Yep, on it.
George, I really need the sound booth to figure out what that sound is coming over the speaker.
Okay, boss, I'll go ask him again.
Are you from around here?
Huh?
No, don't mind her. No.
I'm just trying to be friendly.
Yeah, I live across town.
Still no answer, boss.
Well, we're back in 3, 2,
The raging waters finally calmed, but the professor was never seen again after the storm, seemingly tossed overboard. The ship pressed on towards England, but the mood amongst the crew was noticeably dour. Jules came down with an illness of the lungs following the storm, and his condition had not improved over the next week. Eddie and Agnes made sure to be at his side at all times. The first mate had some knowledge of medicine, and he had just finished giving Jules a cup of tea laced with the captain's whiskey.
There you go, Jules. Hopefully that'll help some. Look, you two. There's not much else I can do for your friend.
Then let's make a course call and see if we have a doctor who can help him.
I'm sorry, but we don't have time or money to be able to make a prolonged stop in any port where they could get any worthwhile help. At this point, he either recovers on his own or he doesn't. That's all I can do.
Sloan exits the room, leaving Jules' old college friends and fellow grave robbers to watch over him somberly. Eddie leans over to his barely conscious friend and taps his shoulder.
Hey, Jules, you awake? Yeah, I can't can't sleep very well anyways. It always feels like I'm still underwater. Whenever I do finally end up falling asleep, I see him there.
Who?
Setut, the Pharaoh. I'm standing before him as he was before he died. He's yelling at me, ordering me to return him to his tomb, or else.
Or else what?
Nobody on the ship will make it to England.
Jules, you've been through a lot. I get strange dreams whenever I have the flu as well. It's normal.
No, it's not just a vivid dream. Eddie, Agnes, I know that he's awake in that sarcophagus. The curse is real, and we're suffering the consequences. If we don't turn around and return him soon, then Setut is going to do something even worse than he's done so far. Eddie, you gotta believe me.
Maybe I'm crazy too, but I think I do.
What? Let's go discuss this a little outside.
We can speak later. I'm gonna go talk to the Pharaoh.
Come on, don't. Never mind. If it makes you feel better, go on ahead. I'll just be the only one who's sane around here, I guess.
Eddie walks with purpose towards the cargo hold. It seems like only a moment has passed before he finds himself looking right in the face of King Setut's sarcophagus.
Why? Why are you doing this to everyone? Taking out that sailor and the professor, even Jules. He doesn't deserve this. You were forgotten. Nobody alive in your homeland knew about you for centuries. Why try and destroy us when we're taking you somewhere where you'll be remembered?
Only the creaking of the ship fills the room as Eddie waits for a response from the corpse. Dejected but relieved, Eddie turns to leave. All of a sudden, a rumbling voice emanates from the sarcophagus.
I would rather be forgotten in peace than be treated like a decoration for a group of uncivilized barbarians. One way or another, I will make sure that I never look upon your savage land's soil.
Hey, England's not that bad. Look, I'm willing to get you back home. Jules, Agnes, I don't want them to suffer because of this. I can try to get you home if you promise not to hurt them.
Very well. Consider this pact sealed between us upon pain of death.
All right, any ideas? It's not like I can convince the crew to turn back because you told me to. They think I went nuts. Honestly, I'm not sure I ain't at this point.
Use whatever tactics you deem necessary to bring me back to the black soil of Kemet. I will assist you as best I can. Just know, my methods are much less gentle than yours.
I'll try.
Weeks passed. The sun beat down harshly on the docks of Alexandria. Workers and sailors went about loading and unloading cargo, scraping barnacles and swabbing decks. All at once, the workers and sailors alike suddenly turn and stare as a ghost ship, with no visible crew, gracelessly floats up to the docks. Before anyone can board to investigate, a man peers over the side of the hull. He is bedraggled with matted hair and a rough beard, with a spark of madness in his eyes.
We finally returned. Yes. Quick, you there on the docks. Get to the cargo bay and bring our glorious king back to his resting place. Ooh, it's much too dirty in that cargo room. So much dust. Yes.
You all right, sir? Where's the rest of your crew? Can we talk to your captain?
The captain didn't understand how badly my glorious Pharaoh needed to come home. No one else did. Not even poor Agnes.
You're making it sound like...
Finally home. We can finally rest, my king.
Great episode, folks.
Egyptian curses give me the creeps.
Anyone else need something a little bit stronger? George.
Yeah.
What did the sound booth say?
They still don't know what it is.
Frick, is that you? Come on, it's not funny anymore.
And did you see something?
No, it just sounds like Frank.
I agree.
Well, take a break, everyone. We will now have a 15-minute intermission. Do you still need me? Okay. Fred, by the way, we're gonna continue working together. Just so you know. So we're doing another episode, right? Do you have any pointers for me? Do you know what role I'm going to be playing?
Don't mind her. She's like this with all the guys. I'll show you the script. Come on.
You need any help, Sid?
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna get a new volunteer.
Oh, yeah, might as well.
George, any news?
No, nothing yet. They don't know what's happening.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, I'm sure he's just got a flat tire or something.
Phil. Is it? Fred. Fred, right. Whatever. You did good. Really? What?
Bruce, that's not nice.
Well, anyway, are you good to keep going? Well, what's the pay? Well, you see.
Wait, we're supposed to get paid?
No, I'm just teasing. I'm good to keep going. Right. Good. Thank you. Are you ready, Sid?
Yeah, boss.
No.
Sit down! Not funny. So unprofessional. Stop it, Sam.
It was hit me.
Thanks, everyone. We're on air in 3, 2.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We invite you to join us tonight on a journey beyond the stars, into the unknown. This is no ordinary tale, for what you are about to hear may shake the very foundation of your understanding.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin. Reports are coming in from across the state of Utah of strange lights in the sky, moving in patterns unseen before. Is it a natural phenomenon or something else? We ask that anyone with a camera attempt to get photographs before it's too late, but do it safely. We still don't know if they're dangerous. And now we go to Donald Carter on location. Donald?
This is Donald Carter reporting live from Salem, Utah. Folks, we're witnessing something extraordinary tonight. The sky is lit up with what appears to be a meteor shower. But there is something strange about it. The meteors seem to be slowing down as they approach the Earth. Almost as if they were under intelligent control.
Donald, look! One of them has landed in Mr. Bradley's field.
We're heading over there now. Stay with us, listeners, as we investigate this incredible event.
What's all this commotion? Ain't nobody sleeping tonight, huh?
Mr. Bradley, I am Donald Carter with KSCT Radio, investigating the strange lights. What can you tell us about what has just happened?
Who are you again?
I'm Donald Carter with KSCT Radio. I do the evening show.
All right. I thought I recognized your voice.
Well,
I was just getting ready for bed when I saw a big old flash of light right in the middle of my cornfield. Thought it was the end of the world, I did.
Tom, hush. Don't say such things. We should be praying, not talking to reporters.
Go back inside, Martha.
Donald, do you hear that?
what on earth? Listeners, it seems the object that landed is not just a meteor. There is a strange metallic cylinder here, and it's moving.
Get back! Everyone get back!
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to describe this, but something is emerging from the cylinder.
Be careful, Donald! Get your rifle, Tom! Help the man!
I'm going.
We have come to your world to bring you knowledge and salvation.
Donald, what is that? What are you doing?
Listeners, the creature, or machine, or whatever it is emitting a beam of light. And everything it touches is disintegrating.
As panic spreads across Salem, Professor Harrington and Dr. Wilson race to understand the nature of these visitors. Are they here to help or to conquer?
Dr. Wilson, we need to find a way to communicate with them, to understand their intentions. This could be the greatest discovery in human history.
Or the last. I've been analyzing the radiation patterns, David. These beings, they're not from any place we know. Their technology is beyond anything we've ever imagined.
David, do you think they're hostile?
I don't know, Helen, but we must expect the worst. Sheriff O'Malley, what can we do for you?
Professor, you're needed at the town square. The creatures, they're advancing.
Come with. Let's go, Doctor.
In the heart of Salem, the townspeople gather, their eyes wide with fear and uncertainty. The town square, once a place of community and comfort, now serves as a battlefield.
The streets are filled with people running, trying to escape, but there is no safe place to go. The invaders are moving faster than we can flee.
So this is how it ends, huh? Not with a bang, but with a whimper. I knew these scientific types would bring about the end of the day of the world one day.
This isn't science's fault. These beings, they're from another world. We were never prepared for this. We need time to study them, run tests.
There is no time.
Everyone, listen up. We need to organize. Get the women and children to the church. It's the sturdiest building in town. The rest of you, we're setting up a defensive perimeter. Tom, grab your hunting rifle. Donald, get back on the radio and warn the surrounding towns.
Jack, be careful, please.
I'll be back, Mary. I promise. Honestly. Take the kids and go.
I don't want to leave you. We need to stay together.
Go, Mary. I don't have time to argue.
Humans, you have been judged. Your time has come.
Wow, this feels real.
This is my final warning.
Wait, did you hear that?
The voice? The voice!
No, it sounded like knocking. Like someone's at the back door. Really?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even really missing Frank.
How could you?
What? It's true. He was such a prima donna.
What?
Oh, right. What I meant is.
Every year it's something.
Well, so much time do we have?
Oh, that's 15.
It's a police officer, boss. He wants to talk to you.
There's no time. The commercial's almost over. You'll have to tell him to leave a note or wait until it's over.
Okay. Police?
What do you think it is?
I have a bad feeling about this.
We're on 3, 2.
With the invaders closing in, the survivors gather in the church basement. The air is thick with tension and fear.
Do you think anyone else is out there? We have to believe, Alice. There's always hope.
We need to stay quiet. They're still searching.
If only I could get a sample and take it back to the lab. I'm going up.
Be careful, dear Lord. Protect us from the evils of this world and the next.
I think they may be dying. I think it's something in our atmosphere. Something so simple. It might be their undoing. We've seen it before in history. Invaders falling into the smallest of foes. Dr. Wilson, come with me.
Is it safe out there? What could it be?
The air itself. Nitrogen or CO2 levels. Possibly, maybe even a bacteria or parasite. The air. Are you sure? It's a theory. But come up with me and look around. The destruction is slowed, and the sounds, they're becoming more erratic, almost desperate.
So, they're not invincible? If David's right, then we have a chance, but we need to hold out just a little longer.
Everyone, stay quiet. They're right outside.
No, it cannot be. Did they just collapse?
It's gone quiet out there.
We have to see what's happened. Be careful.
The survivors emerge into a town that is eerily silent. The once bustling town square is now a graveyard, twisted metal, and ruined buildings. But the invaders, lie still.
It's just as I suspected. Look at them. Their machines have stopped. There's no movement. Our atmosphere. It's killed them.
We didn't defeat them with weapons. It was something as small as the air we breathe. Something they could not have prepared for.
All my cynicism, all my disbelief, and in the end it was nature itself that protected us.
Oh, we were lucky. But what if there are more of them? What if they come back?
Then we'll be ready. We've learned a hard lesson today, but we survived, and we'll rebuild.
And we'll make sure to warn the world about what happened here. Salem will never be forgotten.
This is the National Emergency Broadcast. Reports are coming in from all over the country of similar occurrences happening. The invaders have been defeated. The threat is over. Humanity has survived.
We did it! We survived what could have been the very end for us. And now, we can start again.
And so, the invaders fell, not to our weapons, but to the simplest of Earth's defenses. But let this be a lesson to us all. The universe is vast and full of mysteries. And though we survived this day, we must never forget the cost of our ignorance and hubris. In the small town of Salem, Utah, life will continue. The people will rebuild, their bonds stronger, their hearts a little heavier, but filled with hope. And as they look up to the stars, they will remember the day the heavens came down to earth, and the resilience of the human spirit.
You have been listening to The Shadows over Salem, an original radio drama. Join us next time for another journey into the unknown. Good night, and stay safe.
That's a wrap, folks. You mean it?
Yeah, you did well.
Gee, thanks.
Do you know what? Are you hungry now? Do you want to go to the soda shop? I always go after work.
You do? I don't. Oh, never mind.
Also, what did the officer say, John?
Oh, right. Almost forgot. You left a note for